evening. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for our main event. 15 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. These ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face. Frazier's coming down to the ring now, and what a nice reception as he is completely focused in on his goal tonight.
Good clean fight. All right. Pick him up and come up fighting.
15 rounds scheduled here in this much anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number 1.
During your training career, is this the type of matchup that you liked when you had a puncher facing another?
Oh boy, that's tough to take.
No holding.
Solid counter. Oh, and there you go. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Well, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. That's a fine work right there by Frazier. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. Gets rid of that body shot. Like the defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end throw on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
A barrage of punches that time. Good combination.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want one at a time. You want 3 or 4.
Halfway through this round. A nice block by Frazier. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Frazier.
What about the right hand of Joe Frazier, Teddy?
No, that's not something that is really his forte. I mean, he'll surprise you with it every once in a while, but believe me, he lives and dies with that left hook.
A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off dry. In, blocks the body shot. Oh, a super counter punch by Joe Frazier. And Joe Frazier's banged by an uppercut. Final 10 seconds. Frazier's hit by yet another hook. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Cover up, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much cover. Don't worry about it. The swelling is not just focus on the side.
Well, here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's. He used distance.
Working the job.
Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on.
Punch it out, guys.
Teddy, when you work in boxing, you hear about some legendary gym wars, sparring sessions, things that went on outside of the bright lights and the ticket sales. But the pavilion gym wars in the day and age of Joe Frazier, legendary tales.
Yeah, they even go back before that, and they stayed that way. The legend continued. People would rather buy a ticket for a gym fight than a regular arena fight. And it's something to live up to. And guess what? Frazier lived up to it.
Get in there. Let's go.
And a smart counter punch by Frazier. And Joe Frazier smashed by an uppercut. Good counter punch. Both men trading hooks. Holy cow! And Joe Frazier stunned, and he is hurt. He's going around now, Teddy, like his legs are made out of wet noodles.
Yeah, my mother was boiling the water because she used to make sure that that water boiled and boiled was never al dente. These legs are not al dente.
Carries that punch away. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Well-targeted counter punch by Frazier. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. 10 seconds to go in this round. Oh, and Joe Frazier stunned and staggered. So they come to the end of the round in what has been an all-out action fight, Teddy.
Yeah, this is a debate right here, and each guy is fighting to get the last word in.
Go to the body, then to the head. Then finish. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Get the compress on.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
There it is! And he crashes home a body shot. Great counter punch. A hook for you and a hook right back.
Keep the head moving.
See the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. Joe Frazier in action here. Of course, most notable action of his career came on March 8th of 1971. The fight of the century, and he won the fight of the century.
Yes, he did, and of course, with winning that fight, he also earmarked his place in history.
He missed with that headshot. Way to block there. through this round here. The greatest is cut man is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to the side before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Oh, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
He needs to start moving that head.
Very nice defensive guard there. Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
Watch the headshot. Last 10 seconds. Many great athletes are associated with a specific city. You think Babe Ruth, you think the Bronx. You think Joe Frazier, you think a Philly fight.
You think about wars, you think about pain. You think about a fighter that brings it every second. You think about Joe Frazier.
Big punches, okay? Definitely when you punch, I want to see those combos.
Well, here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. That's what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Frazier. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Get in there, let's
And now they're trading blows. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. He is very much being tested here, even though he's likely up on the scorecard. He's getting a real test here.
Yeah, Joe, a test will serve him in the future. If he goes on to win this fight, which I think he will, he's going to take what he learned here today, what he gained here today, and it's going to serve him as he moves forward in his career.
Well off the mark by Frazier. The greatest got to deal with a cut cheek.
get it out, let's move.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. By the greatest. You know, he laid it out to us hey, I want to do my damage on the inside. But it's how he's getting to the inside that's really been the payoff tonight, and that's with the jab.
Yeah, exactly. Having a jab is like having a credit card. You can buy a lot of things. It's bought him the ability to get inside and go to work.
That hook was well off the mark. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you see proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Let's get on that swelling. Let's get on that swelling.
Round number 5 has arrived. Joe Frazier's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Joe Frazier will have to hope his corner knows how to handle a cut. Well off the mark by Frazier. Protecting his head well with his guard. Accurate counter punch by the greatest.
Side to side.
Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle, it continues on as we've reached the 1-minute mark to go. Able to dismiss it. Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. Well-targeted counter punch by the greatest.
Get in there. Let's go.
Devastating blow by the greatest. The greatest is learning a real hard lesson here, and it's that a cornerman can only do so much when you're dealing with this amount of swelling around him.
When you have that end swell in the corner, of course, it's a piece of metal that